Oh, not working yet. Alright, now it's working. Mic's too close to my face. Needs to be in different spots for Zoom and YouTube. So, for those of you who just joined, obviously, me going live means Max is winding down, but we still have plenty of tornado warnings here in Oklahoma that we have to talk about. So it's important that we're live for at least a few more hours, but we still see a tornado threat out of these. So hopefully we got enough energy to stick around throughout these tornado warnings. And yeah, I do think that they're probably going to weaken somewhere around here, so that's probably going to be another hour and a half. So I don't think we're going to be here too long tonight. It's probably going to be something quite similar to what yesterday was, where we were live for about an hour and 15 minutes, I believe. Still getting set up here, guys. Sorry. Can you get a forecast for your province? Which one is it? It's Alberta, isn't it? I don't know which one it is, but we can, in fact, get Canada forecasts here. I'm not sure if we can go back far enough, but there was that rotating storm in Canada earlier. Yeah, we just can't, just barely. Oh, nope, there it is. We can go back far enough. Yeah. It tried its hardest. We tried to have a Canada tornado here. Look at this. My velocity and my reflectivity aren't aligned. But yeah, no, we tried to have a Canada tornado earlier. How's it going, Alicia? How's it going, Moss? How's it going, Joshua? How's it going, Sharon? Hello from St. Paul. Welcome in, everyone. I think Max must have just ended, did he? Yeah, Max totally ended. Not max velocity, bro. This guy. Here Come the People. Should we have a live watch party for Here Come the People? I don't know if I can pop this out. Yeah, Here Come the People. We'll watch the number go up. No. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed Max's stream. Obviously, there's still tornado warnings, so it's still important that at least one of us sticks around. We're all tired. I'm tired. Yeah, everyone here is tired, especially after yesterday. We were up until like 1 a.m. yesterday waiting to go live because Max and I were like, okay, this is 100% going to be a stream day. There's no world where we don't go live. And then nothing happened. So we basically just sat there doing nothing for like 10 hours, waiting for something to happen. Not gonna lie, you taking over after Max is one of the best things that happened to Max's channel. I agree, just because, like, I don't know, I feel like anyone gets tired after a while, and obviously, like, I'm there, I'm talking on Max's stream, but clearly, talking like any more than 10 hours is gonna kill you. So when there's times like this, and we do have like that like 2-3 hour window where there's still warnings, I think it is good to just like, hey, we're gonna pick it back up over here and keep it going. And then also sometimes this summer we're working on it. I'll actually be storm chasing while Max is streaming, and we'll have that live on this channel. So we'll have every single aspect within the Max Velocity brand. Is Tulsa okay? Tulsa, you're up here. Most of the precipitation that's severe has gotten past you, but you're still going to get a lot of rain there over the next few hours. I do think there's probably going to be some sort of flash flooding threat there. Northwest Arkansas, we're looking at like a good 2-3 hour gap before any of the hardest precipitation gets to you. And honestly, none of this looks overly tornadic to me. Between Atoka and Antlers. I'm gonna make Radar Mega take me there. Where on Highway 3? Because Dang radar holes. Literally, like, how are we supposed to even talk about this storm? There is broad rotation there, but once again, it is just in that radar gap. You know what we can actually do? I have the Durant radar on my phone because they only have a mobile app, so I've had that open all day. But it doesn't show much rotation on the Durant radar, which is slightly better than this one. So I think you're probably good. Nonetheless, stay in shelter. How's it going, Shauna? Can Chekataw? Oh, I totally botched that. Totally botched that. Go to bed. Let's take a look. Yeah, the line's not through yet, but I honestly don't see anything too severe happening here. There's really no rotation at all. Whoa. There's really no rotation at all, and there's honestly not even that much damaging wind. It's basically just a bunch of rain, maybe small hail. So yeah, you're good to go to bed. Stephenville, yeah, you're good. You have this coming to you, not really posing a tornado threat. I believe our cold front is somewhere out here right now, so anything behind this line is not going to produce a tornado, and it's going to stay like that because the cold front's moving faster than the storms. So yeah, you're good. You're going to have a little bit of ping pong ball sized hail making its way in that direction, but you can sleep through that. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, by the way. Abilene, Texas, can you go to bed? Yes, you can go to bed. Same thing there. The cold front's gone through you. It's still going to be raining, but nothing overly severe. Stewart, Oakland, W Radar Omega. That's definitely the Stewart that we're talking about. You guys, yeah, basically that tornado warning has already made its way through you, and you're just going to be in the stratiform rain behind the system here for the next, like, 6 to 8 hours. But yeah, you're good to go to bed. Gainesville, Texas. Gainesville, Texas, you're out ahead of this storm over here, closer to the border of Oklahoma. This storm is probably producing probably up to a quarter, maybe golf ball sized hail. I'm not actually sure why we don't have a severe thunderstorm warning on that, but you're good to go to bed. You can sleep through a severe thunderstorm warning. They actually got a little bit of side lobe contamination that makes it look like it's rotating way more than it actually is. So not a tornado, but it looks like it. McAllister, Oklahoma, you're good. You're under a tornado warning, but honestly, the area of rotation that was concerning is down here, and by the time that it gets up to you, it's going to be further over here. So yeah, you're probably good. Probably still stay in shelter. Never hurts. Chat just froze again. For those of you who were yesterday, we have the same issue where my chat will randomly freeze. I get this not enough memory issue. Like, what do you mean there's not enough memory? And there, everything closed. Wow. Nice. Hold on while I get everything reopened here. My computer decided to make it difficult on me today. Alright, we're back. Missouri, so Missouri, that's where we have our 10% hatched risk of tornadoes. It's not in here yet, I don't think. Basically, we have a 10 hatch risk of tornadoes in about this region here. It's not that far south. But it does look like we're going to have some sort of significant tornado threat, mostly with a semi-discrete line of supercells. They're going to be kind of all jumbled together, but we're probably going to see a good amount of tornadoes tomorrow. They for the longest time, it wasn't a hatched risk, but I do think it should be a hatched risk and agree with the update. Santa, thank you so much for the $10 donation. You're a welcome addition to the Velocities, and we're glad to have you. Hey, I've been loving it here. I mean, I've only been on, what, 2-3 streams? I don't even know at this point, but it's really fun. It doesn't even feel like work. Any concern for Fredericksburg, Texas? Let's take a look. It's not coming up. W radar Omega. We'll just do this. We're gonna do the same thing that Max did, and we're gonna draw a line. If you're anywhere north or west of this line, you're good. We're kind of in a window here in between tornado potential for these storms here. Once they get into a more solid line and push off further to the east, they are going to start to have some tornado potential again, but not yet. Forest Hill, Texas, you're up there by DFW. Same thing applies with the line there. By the time the storms get there, they should probably be to the stage where they're going to have some sort of tornado threat. The split screen radar view is genius. See, a lot of people think that the split screen's hard to watch. I love the split screen view. And actually, I do have one further than the split screen view. I have this absolute chaotic masterclass of everything you could possibly want to see on radar on GR2, and I flip back and forth between these radars. Alito, Texas, basically the exact same situation that I just said for Forest Hill. Brownwood storm, yeah, let's go back. Well, let's go up here and let's take a look at our tornado warnings, and we'll just work our way down and talk about all of the storms. I could actually see another tornado warning being issued further to the north here. Matthew, thank you so much for becoming a 10% or a 10 hatch member. 10 hatch for tomorrow. Wish Omega had a 4-panel. Yeah, well, honestly, the 4-panel only makes sense if you're having like more complex data. It's really not like, this is not good to look at. There's too much going on, and an average viewer really have like no idea what most of this is. Also, Omega doesn't have like the plus or the box in the middle like this, so it makes it really hard to have more than 2 panels just because you have to like manually align everything. Claiborne, honestly, you're probably not going to see much of a tornado risk. Actually, speaking of tornado, right here, this is trying to wrap up. That might produce a tornado at some point. Thank you so much for the $2 donation, by the way. It seems like there's a bunch of people like asking for the DFW area, which I'm gonna just say the same thing again with our line here. Anything west of this line or east of this line, there's gonna be some tornado threat by the time it gets there. Much like what we're seeing in Oklahoma right now, it's gonna be the exact same thing, but in Texas. Chico, Texas. That's Chico, California. Honestly, I think you guys are going to get gapped by the 2 severe storms. You're probably good to go to sleep there. None of this is rotating, like in here. It's got a long time before it looks tornadic. Chase, Chase, I like to put it this way. You're always good to go to sleep, no matter what kind of severe weather you're looking at. Just have a way to get warnings. Whether it's a weather radio, a phone, tornado sirens, have at least like 2-3 ways. And you'll, at least something will be able to get you a warning. That's what I have. I use a weather radio. It's got like a 120 decibel siren on it. And that wakes you up if that thing goes off. There's no way in the world you're sleeping through it. What happened with the winds in San Angelo? Honestly, I didn't hear much. I think the highest I saw was an 80-mile-per-hour wind gust. around this region, but I don't think we hit 100. I think there was a pocket of 100-mile-an-hour winds, just didn't hit anything that we could verify that it actually had 100-mile-per-hour winds. Tulsa, you're good. San Angelo, you're good to go to bed. Storm's through ya. Yep, Midland, those are the brands. I have a WR120. Midland makes amazing weather radios. We might try, or I guess the Storm might try. Yeah, it's just the same spot here. It's so close, but no guitar. J Oklahoma. Oh my god, guys. The support. I can't even keep up with all the super chats. J Oklahoma, you're good. There's going to be some gusty winds and some brief rain that come through the area, but there is the small potential that we may see something in this region try and wrap up, but more than less likely it won't. When there's a tornado activity near northwest Arkansas, please use the word Stonewall so I can warn my people. Please make note of it. I'll write it down. Pull out the expo marker, chalk it on my monitor. There forever. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, by the way. Give me a second here, guys. I'm just taking another look at every single storm, seeing if there's anything that's overly concerning. Honestly, I'm not overly impressed by anything right now. The only thing that I've got my eye on is this cell near Gorman, Texas. Oh, my chat froze again, bro. See the new update on this? Actually, and that one looks a little weaker. 10 gifted? No way. Bro, I'm not even kidding. I think that probably added 20% of the channel members that I have. That's insane. We might hit, I think we're really close to hitting 100 channel members. I don't know how close we are, but I know we're decently close. Thank you so much for that, Whoa Scratch. Take a look at Sanger. Also up here in the region where you're probably just going to see some gusty winds and small hail. Oh my god. Bro, this dude was here yesterday. And he sent like $200 yesterday. He's back again. Interrogation Files. Thank you so much for the 20 memberships to the channel. W's in chat for Interrogations Files. We need more W's because he's been here two streams in a row, going literally insane. A literal orangutan. How did a literal orangutan figure out how to super chat? You guys over here are actually in quite the hail core right now. It says that it's only 0.88 inch hail. I'd probably say it's, no, that's right. Little hail core right now, gusty winds, but you're basically done with the severe weather for the day. Northwest Arkansas, yeah, you can go to bed. You guys, honestly, you're not going to see anything too significant for quite some time here. 50 gifted, bro. My chat can't even keep up. Oh my god. Whoa Scratch, thank you so much for the 50 freaking gifted memberships. Julia, thank you so much for becoming a 2% channel member. Whoa Scratch, we need W's in chat for Whoa Scratch because that's absolutely wild. I think that will be 100. Hold on. Let me check. That's 102 channel members on the dot. That's insane. Literally, like 3 days ago, I had like 13 channel members from a long time ago when I used to stream consistent storm chasing for a month last summer. Seems like we're replacing all of our tornado warnings down here in Oklahoma with severe thunderstorm warnings, which is probably a good call. Oh, my chat froze again. Fake news? What's fake news? I would never spread fake news. Future of Boyd, Texas. That's really dramatic. Melissa, thank you so much for becoming a 5% channel member. 103. Put the count on screen. Maybe, honestly, that's something. We could put subscriber count in the upper left that I still haven't filled. Boyd, this, once again, it's that line of generalized showers heading towards you. Bro, this chat is literally insane. Every single day I go live, you guys blow me out of the water with the support. Bowie, I know. I heard that like 12 times today and still managed to mess it up. Eastland, Texas. You are in the clear right now. None of this is going to be severe when it reaches you. Oh, mouse. I got stuck on. Thank you so much for the $5 donation, by the way, Ashley. It's because you are so cool and so smart, no glazing. This is a glazing-free zone. Oh, Max ended the Zoom meeting. That's funny. I didn't even know I was still in the Zoom meeting. Bro made an appearance. LOL. See, this is the most glazed person, this max velocity guy. Max, you're supposed to be going to sleep. You have finals this week. It's time to lock in. I don't have finals this week. I have finals in 3 weeks. Bro. Melissa, thank you so much for the 5 Mr.Dibble memberships. Max said so instead of spamming W's for Melissa, we're gonna spam Everyone spam in chat. How many can we get flying through the chat at one point in time? There we go. This is a beautiful chat. This is the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Bro, I never said the word until I was friends with Max, and now, like, I say it probably 100,000 times a day. I'll just be sitting here, No way. Davis does weather. Now we need Sigmas in the chat for Davis does weather. No way we got an donation. That's the greatest donation of all time. Thank you so much for the $10, by the way, Davis does weather. I'm gonna have to return that favor next time you're live. The real sugar Coca-Cola? Yeah. We got the Mexican Coke, the best kind of Coke. Oh my god. Whoa, Scratch, this is the 4th time tonight, and we've been live for what? 28 minutes, and this man has dropped like 10 subs, then 50 subs, and then $50, bro. Whoa, Scratch, thank you so much for the support. You guys are wild. Oh my god. Another one? Downing034, thank you so much for the 5 Mr.Dibble memberships. Bro drinks with his pinky like he's proper? You're not the first person to say that. That's actually funny. Seth, thank you so much for the $10. That's the real good Coke. Dude, I got an entire, like, 24-pack from my brother for my birthday. And, like, I'm drinking almost the entire thing. I literally have a stack of 4, 8, 12, 14 bottles on the floor over there. Sorry, I had to respond to Lord Max Velocity. New Day on 1 risk is out? It is. I don't know if it's an Omega yet, though. It is in Omega. There it is. Our 10 hatched risk of tornadoes. Good 10 hatch, by the way. If it wasn't a good tornado risk, believe me, I'd be the first person to be like, this is a terrible outlook. But no, I agree with that risk for tomorrow. Where's Chip? Chip's in bed, I think. Chip was on the scratching. I'm gonna go find him. Back. I got him. Put the cat in the bag. Alright, I gotta catch up. What'd I miss? Space Lobster, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. When can I expect tornadoes for the Springfield, Missouri area? Pull that up. Look, basically right on the dot. I already had it on the right radar scan. I predicted this, or not radar scan, the right model picture. I predicted this 4 hours ago. 4 p.m. That's when the tornado threat will start peaking in Springfield. The cat's name is Chip. He's now laying on my lap. You guys can't see him, but he's still here. McAllister. We'll take a look at McAllister. You guys are good. I mean, you're in the tornado warning, but the part of the storm that prompted the tornado warning is off to your south. There is broad rotation there, but it's south of McAllister, so you should probably still be in shelter, but you're good. Full screen Chip. Chip is now playing with the box. Can't interact him playing with the box now. You know, the plan was to stay live until there were no tornado warnings. I think we're gonna have to be live longer than that. Because this is probably going to be allowed to expire pretty soon, but we can't end this stream after 30 minutes. That's no fun. Yeah, everything behind the line is going to be just rain. Basically, the front has some instability, like a bunch of instability actually, right along the front, but once you get behind it, there's almost nothing to support storms. So, yeah. No way, New South Wales. Thank you so much for the $7.99 super chat. David Hurley, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. My 10 got missed. Hopefully you see this. Joplin, Missouri. Did I miss it? I'm sorry, man. Joplin, you're good. I think you're just, yeah. You're outside of the 10 hatch tomorrow as well, so you just barely missed out on everything. Space Lobster, I'll be driving back home from my wife's family house back to Springfield around 4 p.m. Both towns have increased zones for tornadoes. Yeah, well, actually, I'll tell you this. I know the person at the Springfield NWS who does a bunch of the warnings. I'm pretty sure he'll be doing warnings tomorrow, and he's really good at his job. So if you get a tornado warning, there's probably a tornado. If you don't get a tornado warning, there's probably not a tornado. Got a PayPal notification. Julia, thank you so much for the $50 PayPal donation. That is a massive Bro, this is literally wild. I said it last time. I'm going to say it again. The support every time I go live is Absolutely bonkers. Jaden, thank you so much for the Jaden. Caden, thank you so much for the $2 donation. That's our goal here, especially after Max go live and or after Max goes live and I'm live, we can lock in on a lot of the smaller towns because there's less of us. It's only the OGs, if you will. Malak, I probably said that wrong. I apologize. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. We got a new tornado warning that is an extension of our current warning in McAllister. Radar indicated expires in 49 minutes. Honestly, I'm not too sold that there's going to be a tornado with this part of the line, but there is broad rotation, so good call to go ahead and warn it. How's Siloam Springs tonight? Take a look. I'm assuming you're talking about the one in Arkansas, and you guys are good. You're just going to get some generalized rain in that area. I'm going to go back down here and take a look at this storm that had a weak bookend vortex on it. It seems like it's sort of split into two different storms. It used to be more of like an arch like that, and what we see when that happens is basically the storm will wrap up and we'll get two tornadoes, one on the north side, one on the south side, but it seems like that's not going to happen, which is good. I have a sister in Kerrville, Texas, and she said there's no tornado sirens. Will she be okay? Take a look there. Oh yeah, she'll be good. This part of the line is making its way towards you, but honestly, it looks like it's outflow dominant. Most of the precipitation is back behind the outflow boundary, so that's probably a pretty good indication that there won't be tornadoes. Oh, chat just crashed. Not my chat, my overlay. Got to restart that quick. All right. How about Dallas tornado threat? Dallas, so the tornado threat for you, basically depends on how this line develops, and it actually seems to be moving a little quicker than forecast, so that is going to really diminish its tornado threat because it needed to be a little bit slower and work a little bit longer in order to pose a significant tornado threat. Caden with another $5 donation. I appreciate y'all really looking over and helping keep everyone safe. It means a lot having someone look at small, not just big areas. Whenever I'm live, I try and cover literally every small town that anyone sees, because like I get that you go to the big areas, you're like, okay, we're gonna get these people, we're gonna get those people, we're gonna get those people, but especially in areas like this, most of these towns are small, and you're only going to be like, oh, there's a storm in Abilene, there's a storm in Dallas, Wichita Falls, and you miss out on a large portion of people. Malak, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Sarah, thank you. Oh my god, guys. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Robert Hutchinson, thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. Oh my god. I think this is almost more wild than last stream. What system to use? If you're talking about radar, I use a combination of Radar Omega and GR2. GR2 has a bunch of extra fancy stuff in it. Well, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Which, thank you so much for the oh my god, I can't even keep up. Wagoneer, Oklahoma. You guys are good. Just gonna get some stratiform rain, nothing overly significant. No tornadoes, maybe some very small hail. Bro, there's 3 super chats at back to back. Storm Chaser Gabe, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Happy Easter. Hey, we're celebrating Easter. I have my peeps right here. Jen, thank you so much for the $50 donation, an absolutely massive donation. And my name is Nobody. Thank you so much for the $2 donation. Selena. You know, I'm pretty sure I've seen a tornado in Salina. You guys are good. The only portion of the storm that I thought maybe had the smallest chance of producing a tornado was right here, and it's already past you, so perfect. Oh, I figured out what my chat's doing, so I keep missing stuff. Annetta, Texas, the storm from Gorman headed your way, so that storm actually does have a small tornado potential if it can produce a bookend vortex. That would be a tornado either in this region or that region of the storm, but there's nothing overly imminent. Cat says donates to 420. It says happy Sunday. Hey, happy 420, everyone. Bubble Bath with a $1 super chat. Melissa, can everyone please stop using all caps? Yeah, I need to add a bot to like control that and make sure that people can't use all caps, but I haven't gotten that far. Granberry, we'll look at that. Jen, my God, bro, I can't keep up. Thank you so much for becoming a 15 hatched member. Granberry, you're probably good. I think you're gonna get hit too dead center by the storm for it to produce a bookend vortex tornado. And actually, every like second I look at the storm, the odds of it producing a bookend vortex tornado are lower and lower. Oh my God, it's constant. Over to Wellington, Texas now. Eric Henderson, thank you so much for the $2 donation. You guys are good. You are. There's. Tell me if that's the wrong one. But, yeah, you guys aren't even in any severe risk at all. Chickasaw, Oklahoma. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Oh my God. I'm gonna get behind again. I need to, like, take a picture of these so I can come back to them. Chickasaw, you're good. Stratiform rain there, maybe some really small hail. Eco. Hearts for Always 23, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. We're gonna go over to Hiko, not West Virginia. Hiko, Texas, you can go to sleep. This storm's probably a good 2-3 hours away from you still. So, yeah, there's no reason to stay up and wait for that. Caden with the $10 donation, thank you so much, says, I'll admit tonight was my second time watching Max, and then when I got on, he switched to you, and you have gained a ton. Wow. You've gained a new follower tonight, and tornadoes don't always happen here, but I'll be here if they do. Hey, I'll always be here. Even if I'm not on live, trust me, I'm looking at the radar somewhere. Always have it up. Melissa with a $2 donation says, thank you, mods. Yes, thank you very much to all of the mods. I know I don't have a lot of like stuff to help the mods, like Nightbot or anything, but yeah. Preston, thank you for the $5 donation on Venmo. Bro, this is insane. Like, every time this happens is like a fever dream, honestly. Short Bus, thank you so much for the $2 donations, Gordon. Gordon, you're good. The most severe part of this storm is going to go off to your south. I mean, there's a little bit more precipitation back here, but it shouldn't be severe by the time it gets to you. Oh my God, bro. Jen, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. That's, I think, 30 from you on the day. And a $50 donation. Absolutely wild. Jay, Oklahoma. Thank you so much for the $2 donation, by the way, Gamer Boss. Jay, Oklahoma, you're good. Just gonna have some rain and maybe some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts in that area. Jacksboro, Texas, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I'll take a look there. You guys, oh, that is Tennessee. You guys are good. You're under a flash flood warning, but nothing in terms of severe weather. Just don't drive across flooded roadways. Gamer Boss, you can go to sleep. Sarah, $5 super chat says, thank you so much for helping Max. Y'all make a great team. Yeah, I have loved working with Max. Max and I are like basically the same person, and it's so fun to work with him. I sounded sarcastic when I said that. I promise that wasn't sarcasm. I'm just extra tired. We don't have news or weather here. 300p. The town siren. Shortbus, thank you so much for the $5 donation. The Keller Fort Worth area near I-35 good? Yeah, you guys are good. This isn't going to have any real tornado threat when it gets to you. It'll just be small hail and gusty winds. Thank you for covering overnight, watching from New Mexico, and I've had family who are in Cisco, Texas, and have shoddy reception. Keeping my fingers crossed. Cisco should probably be good. Jennifer, I think we already did Hiko, but we can go to Hiko again. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, by the way. Yeah, you guys are good. You'll have this severe thunderstorm warning. It's considerable, 70-mile-an-hour winds, but probably good in terms of tornado threat, unless something here manages to wrap up, but doesn't seem that likely. Never thought I'd say it, but I miss the blizzards in Canada. I miss snow, too. I live in Wisconsin. I didn't get enough snow this year. I was snow deprived. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, by the way. Just gonna say something else. Patricia, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Oh, I saw something that I was gonna respond to and I can't find it. That annoys me. Yeah, I lost it. By the way, Alabama, you're good on Monday. I think Monday is like the first time in a while that we're gonna see no severe threat. Yeah. Nothing. The Colony, Texas. We'll take a look. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, by the way. You guys can go to sleep. That line's 2-3 hours away from you. Durant, Oklahoma, you're good. Stillwell, Oklahoma, you're good. We should just name this stream Can You Sleep? That's the new stream, is just Can You Go to Sleep? Boyd, Texas, you're not gonna get hit by a tornado, you're good. Hopefully I didn't curse that, but you should be good. Are cows supposed to fly? Depends on if they have wings or not. How old are your cats? Both my cats are 9 years old. Eden, Texas. Yeah, you're getting in on the winds there, but they're actually sub-severe. So you guys will be good there. Kyle, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Is the Weatherford area going to be safe until the morning? I'll pull it up on the map. Yeah, you guys will be good. I actually think this storm here is completely losing any... Yeah, this storm here that we talked about a few times about having some tornado potential no longer has any tornado potential whatsoever. Heavenly Dismay, hey Riley, what are your predictions for the storm setup tomorrow afternoon in Arkansas? So in specifically northern Arkansas, I am actually pretty concerned. There is quite the line of broken supercells that goes through the area. I need my Epic pen. You can see those all about through here, and we actually do have a lot of wind shear, and the wind shear is what's sort of working to greatly increase the tornado threat in this region here. That's why we have the 10 hatched risk for tornadoes. Chat froze again. Dang, memory issues. What site do you use for future radar? I use Weatherbell, but Weatherbell is really, really expensive. As far as free sites, this is what I always use as a free site, which a lot of people don't use it, but this is College of DuPage. They have a good portion of the models on here for free. Sam, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. What about the Waco area? Waco, you're good. This will come to you as a probably considerable severe thunderstorm warning, but that's still 3-4 hours out. What are you using for your PC setup, like internals? Internals. I have a 3060. I have 128 gigabytes of RAM, 7700X, and then a lot of SSD storage. Yeah, Juliet, College of DuPage also has like the fastest updating Outlook sites. Yeah, Ross, thank you so much for another $2 donation. Maysville, Arkansas. Just on the edge of a severe thunderstorm warning over here. That's for tornado possible, 60-mile-per-hour winds. If we do get a tornado out of it, it'd most likely be a wrap-up from either this portion or this portion, but those should stay away from you. Jay Relight, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Saw you on Max's stream. Have you always been on his? No, actually, this was the second time that I've been on his live stream today. Ace, I do have a 3-second slow mode on chat. College of DuPage was one of the ones that I was looking at when I was debating on whether or not to get a meteorology degree. Are you gonna pay taxes on the Venmo money gifts? Yep, everything's taxed in this world, unfortunately. I know a lot of streamers have been audited for not paying taxes on donations like that, and I'm not trying to get audited because that's like actually my worst nightmare. Free with the $10 super chat. How is it gonna be when it gets to the Crowley/Burleson? Also, stay hydrated. Hey, I have my giant Stanley of water right here. Hydration. Take a look at Crowley, and then Diana will look at Van Buren after we take a look at Crowley. Crowley, you're good. I actually think that you guys are going to get basically in this gap here between the two most severe regions of weather. Now Van Buren. Van Buren, you're good. This line is making its way toward you, and it does have a slight QLCS tornado threat. However, it's nothing you should stay up for. Just have a way to get warnings, preferably a weather radio or a very loud and phone with the EAS alerts not turned off. Please do not turn off EAS alerts. Joplin, Missouri, you're good to go to sleep. Mineral Wells, you're good to go to sleep. Basically everyone at this point, you're good to go to sleep. The tornado threat's going to be so like spotty and spread out that you just need to have a way to receive warnings should there be a tornado warning for your area. Look at that. Another severe thunderstorm warning canceled. We're down to 1 tornado warning and 6 severe warnings. I don't even think this current tornado warning is producing a tornado. I mean, it's trying to wrap up, it just hasn't been able to do it. You play COD? No, the only game I play is Fortnite, which is funny because I have like an insane scuff controller and I just use it to play Fortnite. This is basically my fidget at this point because Fortnite's so boring right now, but yeah. $300 fidget. Texas RT10, yeah, the WR120 is a really good weather radio. Oh yeah, I'm based out of Wisconsin, Skirlin. Yeah, you can ask Jared. I used to play a lot of Fortnite. I was actually like a tier 2 pro at one point in my life, and I had like an embarrassing amount of Fortnite earnings. I played that game too much. I could actually like go through the motions of triple editing and full boxing people without even having the game open. It's just down to muscle memory. Could you zoom out? Yeah. Julia, there's honestly no rules in my chat yet. We need to do that. We need like actual rules to enforce. I need to finish my Discord server. That's what I need to do. Grove, Oklahoma, you're good. No, I know I have that server. I just like have not finished it. Favorite Fortnite season? Season or chapter 2, season 2, because that's when I made it to FNCS Grand Finals. It was a really bad season outside of that, but I mean, biased opinion. Rotation is like a mile for me. Yeah, honestly, this is like really broad rotation at this point in time. It would need to wrap up quite a bit to produce a tornado. I've played Rust once, Jonathan, and dude, I was so bad at Rust, which is wild because it's Rust. Just got an update from the Storm Prediction Center that I'm gonna pull up. It's chocked full of information for tomorrow. Ta-da! 4:20, nice. 1:15 a.m. Severe thunderstorms are expected mainly this afternoon/evening across the Arklatex into the Ozarks and Mississippi Valley. This is, of course, our 10% hatch risk of tornadoes for tomorrow. Never hurts to double check and look at these seemingly simple graphics, so they do always have good information. Why not PC Fortnite? I play controller on PC. I have good peripherals for playing keyboard and mouse. I just prefer playing controller. Like I literally have, I don't know if I can get up to the camera. I have a Model O2 wireless on a mouse bungee, and I still choose to play controller. I also have an Apex Pro, but still just choose to play controller. I don't know, I just find it more fun and I'm much better on controller. Tornadoes just want to hunt Easter eggs? I know, man. They're messing up my Easter. Carol B, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. How many subscribers are we up to? Oh, that's not my channel. I feel like I need a lower monitor. I feel like I look insane when I look up at my upper monitor. We're up to 11,680 subscribers. That's another 1,000 subscribers gained today. I think yesterday we gained 2,000. Canyon Lake, Texas, live in a mobile home. We'll take a look real quick. Yeah, you guys aren't even in a tornado watch. You probably won't see storms for 5 to 6 hours, and they won't be overly significant. There'll be a small chance of QLCS tornadoes, but that's it. You'll be good. I'm new today. I was stoked to see you on Max's channel. I've had a great time on Max's channel so far. We did really good too the other day as a tornado emergency. We had like an 11-12 minute lead time calling the upgrade to tornado emergency, which is always really, really good. We actually pointed out every single population area. There was only one, but we still pointed it out 12 minutes before the upgrade was issued. Now we're literally looking at nothing here. I should probably select a better radar tower. We do have a broad area of rotation in the center of our line here north of Santa Ana. Wichita Falls, Texas, you can go to sleep. We made a map that listened to the YouTube chat API and then a heat map of where everyone's watching. That would be awesome. And then we need to put it in a radar program. Then I can have more random code just running in the background. You watch any sports? I watch most sports. Gotta wake up early in the morning at 11 to watch Max Verstappen win tomorrow. This wind's nuts. Where you at? You're by Santa or San Angelo, aren't you? Any chance you can briefly explain what tells you when there's rotation somewhere? Yeah, so basically, where's the radar site? So the radar site's here. The radar shoots its beam out and it's hitting the precipitation and that gets sent back. The reds are going away from the radar and the greens are going towards the radar. So when we see two different directions like that next to each other, we know that we have rotation. And that is basically how you see tornadoes on radar. There's no couplets right now, so I can't give you the greatest example, but yeah. You're in the spot for the warning right there, basically like right there. What did you use to gain all your knowledge? Infinite videos on YouTube. I actually have an entire list of videos that I use to learn on YouTube. Whenever I get my Discord server going, I'll post that list of everything there. Good night, Michelle. Max told people in Marietta they could go to sleep right before he signed off and they're in another tornado warning. Yeah. This is wild. And this is one of the ones where they just issue tornado warning. Like, you have to issue a tornado warning for this, even though you don't have the best radar view of it, just because, like, you really don't know what's going on. This one does look concerning, though. I'm going to pull it up on the Durant radar on my phone. I think this is an important one to sort of lock in on and talk about for a bit. I don't know how well you guys can see that because, yeah, phone app, but there's not that much rotation right now on that storm. But we should probably keep an eye on it. Sorry for being quiet, by the way. It's 1:24 a.m. after back-to-back days of watching the radar for like 18 hours or more. Not much of a Max Verstappen fan. I'm a massive Max Verstappen fan. I have his car right here. I actually have another one of his cars right here. I have like all of his cars. Dear Kenzie, this is Radar Omega. case you didn't think that was enough Red Bull cars, here's one. Here is their Vegas livery from last year. Here's the White Bull. Here's the championship winning car. Here's the old one. And here's the sort of old one. Ferrari forever, Red Bull forever, if we can't tell by the amount of Red Bull cars I have. Use Real VNC to stream your phone on PC. I could do that, actually. I should get that set up. It's only used. This is like the Durant radar site is the only time that I need to look at the radar on my phone. Are you a proud cat dad? I am. Red Bull gives you wings. It does. I drank one tonight. I was tired. I knew I was gonna have another 2-3 hours of severe weather coverage left. McLaren fan, hey, tell Lando he did pretty good on turn 5. He really locked in. New Zealand. We'll check New Zealand. I think we have radar there too. We don't. That's unfortunate. Look at Hawaii, that's pretty close. Still not overly concerned by either of these tornado warnings. This one definitely does have rotation, but doesn't seem like it's on the ground or anything. Actually, it does look more concerning in that. I'm gonna throw it over to this radar. If it'll pull. It's just really, really messy. I think this is probably a CC drop from hail, not a tornado-bound CC drop. Still should definitely be in shelter. It's always hard to tell in radar holes. You can never really figure out for sure. If you can tell for sure, that's normally not a good thing. Any tornado in McKinney, Texas? Nope, you're good. Go to sleep. Or don't go to sleep. I mean, it's up to you. Whitefield, Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have a decent line going through the area. Yeah, you guys are just north of this tornado warning. You're like right here. How do you feel about Yuki on Red Bull now? Oh, what in the world? GR2 just decided to be weird. I think he's been doing good. I think he's the best fit for the car. Bro, why is GR2 tripping? It's like flickering. I don't know if it's flickering for you guys too. Got our other warning here quickly. Maybe. And there's no rotation in that polygon. Bang! This should be allowed to expire. I mean, the broad rotation's right there, but... This might get a warning issued for it. It's a little contaminated, but still definitely some broad rotation. This got upgraded to tornado possible. Dallas, you're good to go to sleep. Just have a way to get warnings in the very small off chance that there is a tornado warning for your area. Gainesville, Texas, you're good. You have this part of the line coming through you, or coming for you, but it's sub-severe right now. Marietta, yeah, you're under another tornado warning. I feel like we talk about this spot every single time there is a risk. McAllister, you're good. Hold on a second. Max just texted me something. We have to check if this is true. This is the official list of people the NWS Des Moines is following. Max velocity. Bro made it. He got followed by the greatest NWS office of all time. Kidding, they're definitely not the greatest NWS office of all time. Is it wise to chase this storm? Honestly, as a storm chaser and someone who enjoys seeing tornadoes, I kind of just hate chasing after dark in general. McAllister, yeah, you're good. You guys can come out of shelter now. The line's past you. Dallas is under a tornado watch until 7 a.m., not a warning. Jim Cantori was on WrestleMania? Bro, what? Cantori's out here doing the most random side quests. He's at that point in life. No way the Ryan Scholl's in here. Might be some storms. There might be. There might be 2 tornado warnings and 7 severe warnings. Who knows? San Angelo, you can go to sleep. Ryan, did you blow out your windshield or more today? I guess you already did it yesterday. We need a live windshield update from Ryan Scholl. Joplin, Missouri, you're good. Durant, Oklahoma, you can go to sleep. Have a way to get warnings. The only thing that's warned at all is this cell off to your east, but it's going to go to north of you. His windshield survived? That's unfortunate. Nakuna, Texas, you're good. Shelby, not much for the tornado watch. I mean, there's a QLCS up here, but nothing overly concerning with it. The reason that they issued this warning, the rotation for it that caused the warning has actually moved out of the warning polygon already, so we should see this expire here. 10 minutes and 10 minutes on one of our warnings. If we don't get another warning, I think we're going to go to bed because we have another long stream ahead of us tomorrow. because we have another long stream ahead of us tomorrow. Peak random, the risk of a tornado in Dallas is low but not zero. Probably like 2. 2 out of 100. Driving from Kentucky to Michigan tomorrow. Unfortunately, no wacky weather. Nothing to make it a little interesting. We did just get an update on this warning here, and wow. How... What's the area of this? 5 by 5 by 7? This is like a, what? Really small warning. Probably like 30 square miles. It's weird that they do that. If they're doing this, I'm guessing they're not going to reissue one out here. Otherwise, they would have just issued a new warning. How did you get the warning counter you have? Like this. Millions and millions and millions of lines of code. Wrote it all myself with no help from ChatGPT. Promise. Guys, Max just sent us in a mesoscale discussion. Max works for me now. New mesoscale, wow. What a terrible spot for that to show up. New mesoscale discussion from the SPC. 120 to 150 mile per hour peak tornado intensity is wild. Not even gonna lie. But severe wind gusts and tornadoes will be possible as the line moves northward into the Ozarks for over the next few hours. Yeah, I think 150 mile per hour, they just must think that the shear is going to make those tornadoes really, really spinny if they do happen. What software did you use to write all the code? Everything I have is in Python. And I type it all in VSC Studio. Python and tkinter. Yeah, this is Radar Omega. I use a combination of Radar Omega and GR2. For those of you who were there earlier in Max's stream, this is a program that we used for the 3D scans. If it loads here, we'll get a giant 3D scan of the QLCS we have over here, just for fun. That beautiful overshooting top on this storm, you can see underneath it. Not much hail in there. That's basically the whole appeal of GR2, is all that extra stuff. I'm pretty sure Radar Omega has some sort of 3D. I don't think it's as good. Honestly, don't even know how to get there. Honestly, my favorite feature about Radar Omega is this right here. The rapid sweep setting. I know what tilt it's on when it's scanning and how close it is to being done with the scan. And I know if the radar's in sales or not. And speaking of that, shout out NWS Fort Worth for taking their radar out of sales during an active violent tornado. We didn't get more frequent radar updates. That's Scooter Rebel. You can go to sleep. Alright guys, switching a few settings here. Rogers is okay. What is sales? So what sales does is basically like, we're gonna need to draw a picture here. So this is the radar, right? And the radar scans at different tilts. There's up to 14 tilts that a radar can scan at, and obviously it takes time for it to do every single one of those. The tilt that you see on radar almost every single time is this lowest tilt. It's normally in between about 0.3 to 1.2 degrees in beam elevation. On a normal radar setting, it'll go from tilt 1 to tilt 2, to tilt 3, to tilt 4, to tilt 5, and all the way up till we get to tilt whatever. What Sales does is it adds in an extra radar scan of the lowest beam every other beam. So it'll go 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, all the way up to tilt 12, 13, 14, whatever. And it gets us so we have more frequent updates on the lowest portion of the storm, which is the part that we're looking at in terms of tornado potential. For the record, this side of my radar just is not working right now, so that's fun. There we go. Hey to Oklahoma, you're good. We did just get an extension of this tornado warning here near Ardmore. Kind of surprising, not even gonna lie. Texas Storm Chaser 69 with a $20 donation. You're quite professional on Max's stream. But dude, when I took over, I was not prepared for such an easygoing conversational style of delivery combined with a rich personality, and you carried the show with ease. Yeah, I have to like try much harder to be professional on Max's stream, because like words that I say just like are part of my daily vocabulary would probably not slide on Max's stream, just because there is that higher level of professionalism there. And when I do too much talking, like, there's going to be a few non-PG-13 words that get slipped in there sooner rather than later. Do you enjoy any of the flavored Red Bulls, or do you just drink the OG? Strictly the OG. Fayetteville, you're good. Have a way to get warnings, though. We still have 3 tornado warnings. However, I believe we're going to lose 2 of those in about a minute here. Yeah. And honestly, we'll probably stick around until about 1:50 and see if they issue any more tornado warnings and cover those quickly. See if they re-extend this tornado warning off to the north. And then we're probably going to go to bed because, I mean, got to wake up and run it back tomorrow. Goldwaits, you're good. I feel like I think I've said that already. Please don't spam the chat. The mods will get mad at me for not having the slow mode as high. DFW, you're safe to go to sleep. Can we look at the weather? We're looking at the weather. Oh. I feel like if you have Radar Omega open for too long, it gets really, really laggy. So they did allow our tornado warning off to the north here to expire. Kamikaze, I started on Max's stream, not this stream, but the stream before that. Tilted Towers, depends on what zone you're in. If it's before zone 4, you're probably good to sleep. Don't camp too long though, because you might end up in the storm. James Goodrich with a $13.37 and says snakes for the win. $13.37 is a very specific amount. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Alright, it seems like they're not going to issue another warning for our quasi-linear convective system up here. Oh my god, another super chat. Lawrence Industries. Oh, cut your name off. Lawrence Industries Gaming. Hey dude, we love you and all, but Northwest Arkansas seriously needs updates right now. Walmart HQ, JB Hunt HQ, UNA, 6 tornadoes. Yeah, well, this basically is the portion of the storm that's going into Northwest Arkansas over here. That's what we were just talking about, how there is a small chance for QLCS spin-up tornadoes, but it doesn't seem as likely as it once did. We'll probably see like 3 or 4 tornado warnings and maybe a brief touchdown. But other than that, you'll be good. Thanks so much for the $10 super chat, by the way. Rogers, Arkansas, you're okay. Brownwood, Texas, you're okay. Our only tornado warning right now is in Oklahoma. There is a strong line of considerable severe thunderstorm warnings going through here in the Brownwood area, but no tornadoes, just some gusty winds. Really just sticking around here to see if they're going to issue any sort of tornado warning up there for our QLCS. Christina Adams, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says Breckenridge, Texas is super loud and lots of rain. Yeah, they're so basically I'm gonna draw a line. Anything north of this, you have a flash flood risk. Anything south of it, you don't. We're gonna pull it up on the map though. You guys are to the north of our QLCS there. You guys will be good. We'll check on our tornado warning here and then head over to Arkansas one more time. Whisper, promote your ex. Oh yeah, I have a Twitter. I forget that I have a Twitter. Simco12_WX on Twitter if you want to follow. All my socials are down in the description. Went to bed, woke up with your stream on. Great thing to wake up to, in my opinion. Ardmore, you can go to sleep. F1 Menace, it's watched because there is still the off chance that we could see a QLCS tornado, but nothing too significant. Not seeing anything too significant in Taligua in terms of, I totally pronounced that wrong, by the way. Someone's going to have to tell me how to pronounce that, but I'm not seeing too much in terms of rotation. Should I bail my fifth wheel camper pamper in southern Comanche County, Texas? Comanche County, you should be good. It's just that QLCS that's going through the area. So, and it's honestly, it's already there, if not almost there. So at this point, just shelter in place. What's a QLCS? A QLCS is a quasi-linear convective system, which is basically a super fancy and over-technical term for saying squall line. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, by the way. Timing for Arkansas, basically, as soon as this line of storms gets into Arkansas, you're going to have that. That's probably going to go from about 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., and then you're going to have the start of tomorrow's risk sometime in the afternoon. All right, 1:52 a.m. We said at 1:52 a.m. we were going to go to sleep if we didn't have a tornado warning over here in the Fort Smith area, and we don't. But before we do that, we'll switch over to the bigger picture, and we'll take a look at what we have going on everywhere. So we have two main QLCSs, one in Texas and one in Oklahoma. This one will be working its way into Arkansas over the next 3 hours before fizzling, and this one we're going to see stick around for a good 5 or 6 hours before disappearing. One tornado warning here in Oklahoma City, where we do still have in Oklahoma, where we do still have a few prefrontals, but this should be allowed to expire pretty soon. This is probably the most likely area to see a tornado. Still not that likely, but if I had to pick anywhere on the map, that's where I'd pick. If you're in that area, or if you're in any area, you're safe to go to sleep. Just have a way to get warnings. It's not sirens. Probably a weather radio. That is always going to be the best option. Texas Storm Chasers, $20 super chat says, and by the way, I don't glaze, just spitting facts and calling them as I see them. We love facts. But it might be glazing. Alright. I'm being serious this time. We're not going to Minnesota goodbye it. I'm tired and I need to go to sleep so we can do the same exact thing tomorrow. Tornado Alley, thank you so much for becoming a 2% member. All right, for real. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in today. Thank you for everyone who became a member, who super chatted, who subscribed to my channel. If you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. We're going to be doing the same thing tomorrow probably as well, waiting for our tornado warnings to expire after Max goes live, assuming there's tornado warnings after he goes live. Also, sometime this summer, when there's probably a 5 or 10% risk closer to where I am, I'll be live in the field. We'll be live storm chasing for Max, and we're going to have a really, really integrated system where it's basically going to be a bunch of extra stuff going on, more than just a normal chaser feed with Max. So it's going to be super fun to watch, see both perspectives, the in-studio and in-field. All right, last thing, Storm Chaser Gabe, thank you so much for becoming a 2% channel member. That's it. I gotta go to sleep now. I will see you guys tomorrow on Max's stream for our hopefully not too serious Easter severe weather. See you guys in